what if I told you that the complete descriptions, the anatomy of a human body, structural, physiological, neurological, sensory and cognitive, was composed not in a modern laboratory but in Sanskrit, in the ancient Vedic texts. The Devya Kavacham, revealed by Brahma at the request of Rishi Markandeya, is traditionally chanted as a hymn for protection of the human body. But when examined carefully, it functions as a compressed, concise, system-level lesson in human anatomy and physiology that unfolds in under 5 minutes. The text begins exactly where modern anatomy begins, at the head, identifying and protecting the skull and the cranial plates, kapol, the cheeks and the facial bones, kapolo kalika rakshet, Karnamule tu Shankari, Karnamule, the ears, Karnamule tu Shankari, Nasikayam Sugandha cha, Uttaroshte cha Jarchika, Adhare, the lips, Adhare Chamrita Kala Devi, Jivayam tongue, Jivayam cha Saraswati, Dantana Rakshatu Kaumari, Kantha Deshit tu Chandika, the neck, yeah, Ghantika, Ghantika Chitra Ghantacha, and so on and so forth, demonstrating explicit craniofacial anatomy rather than symbolic poetry. So this is just an example of how deep the knowledge of the Vedas were, and the Hindus are worshipping pure science. I'll continue. It not only carries the human body from top to bottom, but layered anatomy. The hymn moves downward with the clinical precision to throat, Kanthe Deshi to Chandika, Ghantika Chitra Ghantacha, Mahamaya cha Taluke, the lower palate, the palate of the jeev, of the tongue, then the spinal cord, Prishtavanshe Dhanurdari, showing a clear understanding of the speech mechanics, airway protection, axial load-bearing structure. From external structure, it transitions inwards to biological compositions, naming all the fluids of the body: blood, Rakta, Majja, Vasa, Mansanya, Asthi, Medansi, Parvati. Of all these, may Goddess Parvati protect. What should Goddess Parvati protect? Rakt, which is blood, marrow, bone marrow and nervous tissue, Majja, Mans, muscle, and lipid layers, Medansi, Asthi, bones, the intestinal tract, Antrani, intestines, yeah, and the metabolic secretions, Pit, the acid in the body, Pith, Kaph, phlegm, and muscle systems, mapping what modern science recognizes as a circulatory, skeletal, muscular, digestive, endocrine, and metabolic systems. The Kavacham then further addresses internal regulations of the 5 functional air flows or pneumatic forces in the body. How layered and how deep is it? Prāṇa, Apānam, Tatha Vyānam, Udānam, cha Samānakam. What are these 5 forces? Prāṇa is the respiratory air, Prāṇa Vayu. Apāna Vayu is the air that circulates in the stomach, Prāṇa Pano, Tatha Vyānam. Vyāna Vayu is the pneumatic system that keeps the body moves the body. For example, when I pull the Vyāna Vayu, then it releases the Vyāna Vayu, the hand closes. When I pull it, then the hands open. You know that the joints are disjointed, it is only in the air, and this is why pain in the body is called a problem of the Vata Pitta Kapha. Vata is the air. So Prāṇa, Apānam, Tatha Vyānam, Udānam. What is Udāna Vayu? The excretion system. And Samāna Vayu, the air system that causes blood pressure to flow. Udānam cha Samānakam. Samāna Vayu flows all throughout the body. Yeah. So these are the 5 pneumatic forces in the body. Then Prāṇa, Apāna, Tatha Vyānam, Udānam cha Samānakam. Vajra hasta cha me rakshit pranam kalyana shobhana. Then it moves from the respiratory, peristals, autonomic regulation, neural transmissions, vascular flow. It moves to the manomaya, even deeper body systems and sensory systems by explicitly naming perception through ras, roop, gandh. How do you perceive things? By either tasting, ras, roop, by vision, gandh, by smell, sound, shabd, and sparsh, touch. Okay. Along with cognitive structures of the mind like manas, intellect, buddhi, manas, buddhi, and ahankar, ego, ahankaram. So even ego has to be protected. Mana, buddhi, ahankaram cha. Yeah. Recognizing that perception and cognition themselves are biological vulnerabilities requiring protection. Understood? I am amazed at the depth of the understanding of biology. And that too, all this is being covered in 3 to 4 minutes, and we used to read it every day. In a single uninterrupted sequence, the Devya Kavacham covers structural anatomy, tissue biology, body fluids, metabolic processes, respiratory and circulatory dynamics, sensory neuroscience, and physiological layers, treating the human being not as a fragmented system, but as one integrated organism. This Hind, composed by Brahma and transmitted through Markandeya, is not a superstition or blind faith. It's an extraordinary compressed model of human physiology expressed in cultural language of protection, revealing the human body was understood with remarkable completeness long before modern textbooks existed or before they copied this understanding from the Hindu scriptures. Thank you. We will cover in the future many such things like why does the Gregorian calendar have 7 days in a week, and why does Monday come after Sunday and Tuesday come after Tuesday, which is recognized for Mars, come after Monday, and Mercury, which is the smallest planet. So what is this order, and why does the world follow that? This if it would be from larger planets to smaller planets, Jupiter should be the first, right? And why is Neptune, Pluto, if they were the planets discovered in the Western system, why are they not captured? Okay, so then Jupiter should be first after Sun. Monday, instead of Monday, it should be Thursday, right? Jupiter's day. And why then the second smallest should be Mars, in that order? But that does not happen. It follows a different thing. Moon is a satellite of the Earth. Why does it come second? We'll cover this, and slowly I'll prove point by point that almost all sciences that were studied in the West. And another video will capture, you tell me, if Newton discovered gravity, why is it called gravity? Why not gravity or Newtonity? Gentlemen, it's called gravity from the word Gurutvakarshan, Gurutattva Akarshan, which was used in India for gravity millions, thousands of years back. I don't know about millions, but I know about from thousands of years it is there, Gurutvakarshan, because it is in honor of Guru, which is Jupiter, that attracts meteors and protects the Earth due to its strong gravity, strong Gurutattva Akarshan. So we'll cover that also in another video. Another aspect which I don't know whether you noticed, I would like you to appreciate how advanced and how respectful was the Indian Hindu society, the ancient Hindu society, to women. In the entire Devya Kavacham, Markandeya and Rishi and Brahma, who is the creator, is asking for protection of all the body parts, and while going to war, from whom? From ladies, from devis, from divine ladies, feminine. So one asking for protection from ladies, which means we've already elevated women into a protective maternal force. Additionally, warfare, which is the most male dominated area, in this area we are putting lady warriors and expecting them to protect us. So this is the kind of society we aspired to build, or the Hindu society were, with free women who were so powerful and that they could actually protect men during warfare. Just absorb this, assimilate this, and appreciate this. Take a bow to the ancient Hindus. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this video and if you're trying to understand the sciences inherent in the Vedas. Thank you.